What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 8, and today we are returning with 4 more big games with Aston Villa, all in the Championship, as we take on Preston away, Sheffield Wednesday at home, QPR away at Loftus Road, and Sunderland at home as well. We've also just found out our Carabao Cup opponents for the quarterfinals as well. It's another Premier League team once again at home, Swansea in the Carabao Cup quarters, so looking forward to that tie come the end of the month. That'll be in the next episode. And as we briefly touched on the league table, to start today's episode off, obviously in the last episode you guys would have seen our big win over our rivals Birmingham City away at St Andrews as we leapfrogged them in the table, moved into second place, and we're now 1 point behind the league leaders Ipswich Town, who do have a game in hand. But also today, one thing we're going to do as well is redeem a Scout Future Star. I know some of you guys want it. We will be using the Academy quite extensively just for you scouting alone, but I always get a Scout Future Star. Every career mode I do, particularly, the ones that are sort of more laid back like this as well, I always get a Scout Future Star and try and make them a real star throughout the series. And obviously this series is going to be no exception, so we're going to redeem one right now, and we should get him at the 1st of November. Hopefully, will we? Yeah, pretty sure we will. Scout Future Stars, obviously, sometimes in my series become like the main star. Like, the likes of Marco Ryan Taller, for example, or Cesar Valente, and the list goes on, basically. But sometimes they're just like part-time players. You've got players like Kevin Savanier or Will Davis, the handsome man. They're important, but not like the actual star of the show. But let's find out who our scout has picked up for us, as we have an Academy update as well. We can see there his name, Marcus Hayes, or what position and nationality is he going to be? Let's find out. I think he's going to be a goalkeeper. I think he's going to be a goalkeeper for some reason. Let's find out together. He's a central midfielder, a German central midfielder, 61 rated, 71 to 93 potential. Obviously, the stats you see here are his actual stats. But we can promote him straight away, actually. So we could probably do that right now if we wanted to. And RG Cox and Toby Lewis both still look really good, although they're both 60, sub 60 for overall right now. So we can't, or actually, so we won't promote them. Couldn't promote Toby Lewis anyway. But should we give him a contract now? Should we give Marcus Hayes a contract now and see what Marcus is like? I'm excited. Let's find out. Also, how great is it now that when you promote a player to the senior team and just go straight in, as opposed to having to wait like you used to every other year? That's a good little feature for me there, like a nice little change. So Marcus Hayes then comes out of the academy. Let's look at him in the squad hub. I'm really hopeful for potential to be special. Will Davis had the exciting prospect tag. Let's find out together. Dun dun dun. Oh, really? Showing great potential. Really? High medium work rate, CM CDM list of positions. Looks pretty cool, but oh, man. Oh, no! No! What? 2-star skills, 1-star weak foot. Is that 46 stamina? Oh, my God. Jeez, what? 1-star skills, 2-star weak foot. That's gotta be the worst Scout Future Star I've ever had. Oh, my God, that's terrible. 2-star skills, 1-star weak foot, 46 for stamina. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Marcus, I thought you were going to be the next star here at Aston Villa. Mate, 1-star weak foot, what's that about? I can kick a ball better on my left foot than you can. I'm bloody rubbish. So we're going to jump into the first game of today's episode on the back of that Scout Future Star being a bit of a dud, let's be honest, as we take on Preston North End away at Deepdale in a battle between two clubs formed in the 1800s. Making quite a few changes to the game as well, despite our win on the weekend against Birmingham due to fitness reasons. So 3-5-2 with a couple of alterations, including Scott Hogan starting up top alongside Jonathan Kodjia. Also, as I briefly mentioned, some Scout Future Stars aren't the best, and they never become the main stars of my show. And it's safe to say that kid is not going to make it. 1-star. 1-star weak foot and 2-star skill moves. My goodness. As Hurihe makes the tackle and finds Scott Hogan. Nice little turn there. Can I release Kodjia or Dempsey? Oh, it might go to Clint. It might do. Huntington gets... Oh, what a mistake. And Dempsey. Oh, that would have been wonderful. Onto the roof of the net. Come on, John. Yours in the air, mate. Yes, Big John with a big header. And now Snodgrass through to Clint.
Here comes Clint
Dempsey gets around his man with a fake shot. Can he let fly from range? Oh, good save by Maxwell. and turn behind for a corner. 15 minutes in, all the early pressure coming from the team in form right now as we're still in second place. Snodgrass with a corner cleared away. Keep this intensity up, we'll get a breakthrough before long. Jedinak to Hurricane. He's got a man free in Adoma. Finds him. Quick roulette. Can he find space to get inside? He can. Albert Adoma. Oh, good save by Maxwell. And Hogan can't turn in the rebound. All the early pressure coming from the away side, but still yet to break that deadlock. And Jedinak's header finds Kodjia through the gap. It's Dempsey, and there's a man down there. I didn't realise I could have played a through ball. And I think it was Hogan would have been totally onside, but it's okay. It's all right. I got the ball back. Snodgrass down the right-hand side into Jedinak. Jedinak out wide towards Albert Adoma. In space, can I release Jonathan Kodjia? It could happen. Kodjia. Oh my, how did he mess that one up so badly? That ballooned off his right foot and went miles off target, but it's okay. It's still 0-0. We got all the pressure applied on Preston right now, and I'm pretty sure if we keep this up, we will take the lead probably just before half-time. Hurricane to Adoma. Releases Kodjia. It is Jonathan Kodjia. There's a man free at the far post. Dempsey's there as well. There's Robert Snodgrass, who I was trying to pick out, and there is the first goal. Robert Snodgrass with the finish. Scored in the last game against Birmingham. Scores in this one as well. Preston 0, Aston Villa 1. I knew we'd score at some point. Nice passing there. Dempsey with another assist. Picks out Robert Snodgrass, and a simple finish by the man on loan from West Ham as well. 1-0 to the team right now in fine form as we look to extend the win streak and pick up another 3 points. Kerry to Jack Grealish off the bench at half-time. Finds Kodjia into Scott Hogan. Tries to find a little bit of space there. Does. And oh! What a goal. Jonathan Kodjia to Scott Hogan. And he's not scored too many goals to start the season off. We were contemplating selling him in the summer. But that is a rocket from our number 9. Quick little body feint to buy him some time, give him some room, and then lets fly with the right foot in off the far post as it clips the right-hand stick and goes into the back of the net. What a goal from Hogan. 2-0 to Aston Villa, and no less than we deserve. We've been brilliant tonight. A really good team display once again. And that is going to do it. Final score at Deepdale, Preston 0, Aston Villa 2. A really, really good team display. Our win streak extended, our clean sheet streak extended, and right now we are in unstoppable form. This is much more like it. We were struggling at the start of the season, but since switching to the 3-5-2, we've just looked a different team. Preston didn't record a single shot in this game at all. Our defense was rock solid. It was watertight, and to record 14 shots and have 8 on target as well. I'm actually a little disappointed we couldn't score more goals. I need a man of the match to Scott Hogan though. Scored that really, really nice goal. He's had a struggling start to the season, but that was a really great strike in our 2-0 victory, which hopefully will send us top of the table as well as we begin November. And Birmingham slipped home to Brentford as well, which is really important as we try and pull away from the chasing pack in the playoffs. And we've also just found out that Jonathan Kodjia has been named Player of the Month, which is a little bit strange because, don't get me wrong, he's picked his form up, definitely. I wouldn't describe it as excellent, but right now he's not the top scorer in the league. In fact, he's far from it. So I'm quite surprised. In fact, he's not even our top scorer, is he? What's he got, 3? Oh, he's got 4, so he's a joint top scorer. But I'm quite surprised to see Kodjia named Player of the Month. We'll take it. So, second and 4 games today. We're now returning back home to Villa Park to take on Sheffield Wednesday. Struggling Sheffield Wednesday with just 2 wins in their first 15 games. But for us, on a 6-game win streak in all competitions, 6 straight clean sheets as well. It's been the form of dreams. We're in the best form of the season so far, so let's keep it up as we start the game, top of the table as well. So once again, a couple of changes due to fitness reasons, 3-5-2. But Dempsey's still in the team, Kodjia's still in the team, Hogan's still in the team. That front trio through the middle is so strong and so threatening. So yeah, second game, Sheffield Wednesday. Let's get another win and head into the international break on a really big high. As much as I'm pleased to see the international break, because my players do need some rest time, it's sort of come on at the wrong time, if you know what I mean. Like, we're in such great form right now, and yeah, we want to get the players some fitness regained, but we don't want to sacrifice what has been some excellent momentum. So we want to end the game strong. End this period of fixtures strong, get another win, and head into that break in really good mood and really good spirits for the time we come back, as Jedinak releases Bustos down the right-hand side, and he turns reach and crosses to Dempsey. Oh, he hits the top of the crossbar as it goes behind for a goal kick. Still 0-0, but again, we're looking good right from the off. This is so encouraging. Sorry, I should say that reach is a bit of an inside joke. Very few people that are watching this video will understand that. Very few. Forestieri for Sheffield Wednesday, gets past one and finds Jordan Rhodes. And Rhodes through the gap, and that's a really important tackle there by Eric Palmer-Brown, who I have to say has started this season off so good. He's quick, he's good on the ball, and I really like this guy a lot. You know, when we signed him for 750 grand, I was thinking, you know, decent player to watch for the future, not for right now. But I've got to say, I'm absolutely loving him. He's held down a place in the first team, and deservedly so, as Scott Hogan couldn't finish. So, second half begins. We're still deadlocked at 0-0, but that was a decent first half once again. We played some good football, just couldn't find a breakthrough. But defensively, I've been quite impressed. Sheffield Wednesday keep on coming forward, but so far we're dealing with everything. Apart from that moment there as Forestieri fires over the bar. I am a little bit nervous though. It's still 0-0, 48 minutes into the game. And whilst I do take the point that we scored quite a lot of goals in recent weeks and haven't conceded since the Burton Albion game, I mean, all it takes is one goal for Sheffield Wednesday to go in front, and then we're really going to be feeling the pressure. So I think big 15 minutes now, 50 to 65 minutes. We can get a goal go in front, I'll be feeling good. But for the final 25 minutes, if we're not getting in front, if we're still tied at 0-0, I'll be feeling quite nervous. This might be the game where our win streak comes to an end. Right, so I'm making a couple of changes right now because we just can't seem to find a breakthrough. Josh Onham is going to come in and play CM as Jednak comes off, and Ben Brereton's going to come on as well for Scott Hogan. We need a little bit more pace in this team. I'm actually contemplating dropping Dempsey a little bit deeper actually, because Onham has been in fine form. Sacrifice to the bench in Dempsey's revival, but I think I'm going to do that. Play him a little bit further forward, and Ben Brereton coming on as well. 25 minutes to go, still tied at 0-0, still time, but we haven't really broke Sheffield Wednesday down at all. We're making the changes now with an ex-Aston Villa player, Barry Bannon, comes onto the pitch as well with 5 minutes to go. And the changes took ages to make because there was no stoppage of play. But here is Josh Onham on the ball, fresh legs. What can he do? Can we find a late winning goal? It's Josh Onham from range. No, skies the shot way over the bar. 2 minutes to go. Looks like the game is going to finish goalless. That's a bit of a disappointing blow to end this run. Forestieri down this right-hand side for Sheffield Wednesday. Cross. He's got to be careful here. Oh, and that header by Matthias went just wide the post. Sheffield Wednesday inches away from claiming the 3 points and ending our unbeaten start to the season at home and our 6-game win streak as well. But that will do it. Final score here at Villa Park, 0-0. It's good to remain undefeated. We've only lost once this season. That was away at Reading at the Medeski Stadium, but that's still a bit of a disappointing blow there. That should have been 3 points. We're going to head away to the international break now, return in 2 weeks' time, and I'm hopeful that we'll return fit, fresh, and raring to go as we'll aim to get back on the winning wagon. It's great to get another clean sheet as well. It's now 7 straight for Aston Villa. Our defense is rock solid, and watertight, and that's why Palmer-Brown's going to get man of the match for another really good display as part of our back three. However, it's a little bit worrying that. A 0-0 draw, not great. Birmingham won at Barnsley, although Ipswich did lose at home to Preston, which is good to see. But, yeah, not a great result to end on that. Not a great result at all. I'm so annoyed about the Scout Future Star, by the way. I haven't really mentioned it that much during the course of this episode, but I mean, really, like, 2-star skills, 1-star weak foot. I don't know if we're going to use them or not. In fact, I might let you guys vote in the top right and decide what we do with Haste. But I'm annoyed. I'm really, really annoyed because I had such high ambitions. He was going to be the star of this show, like a Marco Ryan Tyler or like a Cesar Valente. And again, the list goes on. But I think if we are going to have like a star coming out of the academy, once again, it will need to be like a Bradley King or a Felipe Marcano, you know, someone that gets scouted by one of our youth scouts and not someone we get from the catalogue. And speaking of youth scouts, as we're heading into the QPR game where at Loftus Road, there is a monthly scouting update here from Fanning, our Irish scout based in England. Connor Mitchell, wow, 6'6", looks very, very good. We're going to put him in our academy. Owen Richardson could be quite good. We will continue the scouting on him. Sean Collins, again, could be quite good. We'll continue scouting on him. His overall's just far too low. Oh, Joel Allen. Now, he could be very good indeed. 425 grand valuation. Get in my academy, young man. You can get rejected. You can get rejected. And you can get rejected. And so can you as well. And again, that's definitely a tip I'll give to you guys as well. When you're scouting the players from a youth scouting update, always check the valuation of the players, because whilst their overalls aren't unmasked unless you get them into your academy, the valuations, you can determine how good those players are just based on how high it is to begin with. So for example, Joe Allen's valuation is 425 grand, which means that he's going to be plus 60 overall, and you know you've got a good talent there. Whereas when the players' valuations are dropping, see this guy's 275,000, that means they're not going to be quite as good, and you can tell that just based on their valuation alone. So definitely look out the valuations. That's a good way to tell how good a youth player actually is. So we're off to London for our first game back since the international break as we take on Ian Holloway's Queen's Park Rangers away at Loftus Road. Same 3-5-2 for the game as always, as you try and keep the unbeaten run going, and all the players are fit, fresh, and hopefully, like I said earlier, raring to go for this match, and hopefully we'll return to winning ways as well against another team not playing too well at the moment. So QPR, third game today, and I'm expecting and accepting nothing other than a win. Obviously we are still top, and whilst I do take the point now, our home record as being better than our away record this season, if we are to stay top, we need to keep on winning both at home. Oh, that was terrible. I had so much more time than I realised, and away as well. So, yeah, it's a big game, though, psychologically. Now, of course, coming back from the international break, how are the players going to respond after 2 weeks' absence? Are we going to be able to keep this good run of form going, get back to winning ways on the back of a 0-0 as we went away for the international break? Really big game psychologically, this one. How much do we want it? Dempsey out wide towards Snodgrass. Kodjia calling for it. So I'll try and play him through, and there he is. Jonathan Kodjia gets around his man. Penalty, and a chance for Aston Villa to go in front. Is he offside? Oh God, he's going to be offside, isn't he? Yeah, he's offside. Brilliant. My bad. Offside. Penalty, and a chance for Aston Villa to go in front. Oh no, wait, he's offside. Sorry, guys. Imagine that on Soccer Saturday or whatever. Dempsey out wide towards Bustos into Scott Hogan. He's got Kodjia with him, finds him. And Kodjia gets around his man. He's away from Alex Baptiste. Can he now cut inside? Oh, you know he can. And he cannot finish as he drags the shot just wide. But just like our last two games, just like all of our games really, in this really good run of form, we're starting off the games on the front foot with our foot on the gas pedal and us in attack mode. And I'm really liking it. It's what's helping us play so well at the moment. But it is still 0-0. As Jamie Mackey gets around Eric Palmer-Brown, and maybe a chance here for QPR to go in front. It's Mackey! Oh, just wide the post. Good save by Johnston. Luke Freeman with the corner into the middle, and Hamed flicks it on, and Queen's Park Rangers have ended our run of 7 straight games with a clean sheet. Hamed heads in the corner. It's 1-0 to Holloway's boys, and Loftus Road is jumping early. We've got some good height and strength in our team, which is why I'm never happy to see us concede from set pieces there. It's Bustos, though, who's, funny enough, one of the shorter players in this team that was sort of pushed on to Tomer Hamed, but couldn't deny the header and lost out in the air. So 1-0 to the R's. They take the lead early. And I said what we made of heading into the game. You know, can we respond after this 2-week absence? And of course, the draw in the last game as well with no goals too. Now, what are we really made of? Trailing for the first time in a long time. Can we respond? We made the brightest start to the game, really, but now it's QPR looking a better team. But here's Dempsey releasing Hogan. It's Scott Hogan bearing down on goal. Oh! Off the top of the crossbar. Cunningham, long ball through towards Matthews, causing us quite a lot of problems here. Palmer-Brown does well, but Terry was way too lazy. Hamed hits the post, and Jedinak can't get it clear fully. John Terry ball watching there as James Perch goes down the right side and crosses, and Johnston punches it clear. Well, we've been so tight defensively in the recent run of games, but this has not been a good start in this one. Terry just far too casual there. Cross to the middle. Oh, what a save by Sam Johnston. Still 1-0. What a first half here though at Loftus Road as Queen's Park Rangers double their lead right after hitting the woodwork, and it's 2-0 here at home for QPR. And as things stand, we are going to lose our unbeaten run because right now they're just looking the better team despite us starting off better. Quick cross in the middle and no one picks up the man in the centre with a free volley past Sam Johnston, who can't provide the heroics again. 2-0. Corner for Aston Villa just before the break. If we can get a goal here, that will be a really big confidence booster heading into the second half. Snodgrass' delivery. Kodjia's header. Oh yes, what a brilliant header. Loops over the goalkeeper and into the top corner, and that's exactly what we needed. Queen's Park Rangers 2, Aston Villa 1, and just before the break, we halved the deficit. What a half as well, totally making up for that 0-0 in the last game. Brilliant corner that, and what a looping header by Kodjia as it nestles into the far corner. 2-1 45 minutes to go. Don't rule us out coming back to win this game. I believe in this team. We've only got 2 minutes to go in the second half, and there's been nothing going on in this second half at all. We've had no chances whatsoever. We get a late one here to find an equaliser. Onuma to Kodjia. Oh, I couldn't turn my man, and Baptiste gets it away. And it looks as though Queen's Park Rangers are going to become just the second team this season to beat us in the championship. Both our losses will come on the road, as they're still leading by 1, and I think that's probably going to do it. And there it is, final score in London. It's Queen's Park Rangers 2, Aston Villa 1. Our long undefeated run, stretching back to October, has gone, and it's over. QPR have done it. The cliche is that football is a game of two halves, and that was definitely the case in this one. First half, brilliant, action-packed, so fun to play, and 3 goals as well. Second half, nothing went on whatsoever. But Queen's Park Rangers did what they need to do in the first half. Hamed will get man of the match for a goal and an assist as well. As our long undefeated run comes to an end, we've been beaten. Thankfully, Birmingham slipped up once again, but Ipswich did beat Hull, and that means also we've now dropped down into second place as well. So a big psychological blow there, as Ipswich go back to top of the table. Middlesbrough are now only 1 point behind as well. That was a really disappointing loss. And so as we jump into our 4th and final game today, we're now heading back to Villa Park, thank goodness for that, where we're still undefeated, as we take on Sunderland, a recently relegated side from last year. Still playing the 3-5-2 heading to the game, not going to abandon it on the back of just 1 loss, but loads of change to the team going into this game midweek, especially with Ipswich on the weekend to come. What a huge game that is going to be. As things stand, that will be a second versus first clash. So lots of change heading into the game, lots and lots of alterations, and hopefully a return to winning ways as well. Come on, Aston Villa, let's end the episode strong.
They have had some tremendous performances at home. In fact, Alan, it's the best home record in the league.
Well, 4 wins in 8 games. You can't argue with that.
Jonathan Kodjia.
Kodjia to Henry, gets it back off him, and Jonathan Kodjia, I'd rather in the box for this moment. Down left-hand side finds Rico Henry. He's tackled by Adam Matthews though, and Sunderland get it clear as well. Don't know why, so at the moment I'm not really feeling that confident. You know, obviously no wins in our last 2 games. And I just, you know, we should be feeling very confident heading into the game, but I'm not. I'm not, as Vaughan crosses, and Chester's header has to be tipped over by Sam Johnson. That's a sign of the times right now. A good defensive record has gone due to that QPR game. And we're really beginning to struggle and look a little bit shaky at the moment. This is quite worrying. Paddy McNair for Sunderland finds Duncan Watmore into Williams, just wide of the post, as Sunderland started the game off very, very strong and aim to become the first team to beat us so far at Villa Park. Let's not let it happen. Samba into Glenn Whelan. He'll find Clint Dempsey on the turn. Looking to find Henry Lansbury. Now Lansbury has Kodjia running through. I'll pick him out. It's Jonathan Kodjia. Takes his time and makes it 2-2. It might have taken a deflection off Kone even. But I'm not really bothered. Kodjia would have finished. Second goal in 2 games. That's why he's player of the month. Now, we really needed that. We needed something to settle the nerves after a good start from Sunderland, and yet it takes the slightest of nicks off Kone, but I think it was going in anyway, hence why Kodjia is going to claim it. So 6 for the year for our number 22, 1-0 Aston Villa. We take the lead against the run of play, but hey, we'll take it. So second half begins, we still lead by 1. May treble change at the break as well, taking off 3 of the players who want to play against Ipswich, as we're still leading by 1. Not exactly sitting pretty or anything, but I trust this team. I trust this side, and many of these players have been starting in the Carabao Cup where we're still on that really good run. As Glenn Whelan tried to pull the trigger, but had his shot blocked, and he'll find Lansbury. He's got space to pull the trigger. He does so, and this time the shot cannons into the back of the net as we make it Aston Villa 2, Sunderland 0. We've already scored a couple of really nice goals from distance. That one is added to the collection. Henry Lansbury lets fly and finds the back of the net. What a goal. Whelan has his shot blocked, finds Henry Lansbury and goes for goal. And actually, looking at it there, I think maybe Meek could have done a little bit better. To be honest, it's a good strike, take nothing away from Henry, but possibly the goalkeeper could have done better. Either way, 2-0, and good to double our lead. We needed a response from that loss to Queen's Park Rangers, and we have certainly had it. Despite a poor start, we've picked it up and now lead by 2. But here comes Sunderland. James Vaughan through to Aidan McGee. Finds space and it's 2-1. And Sunderland, right after we scored our second, have got their first, and the game is back on. 12 minutes to go in the game, still leading by 1. As we close out what will hopefully be a really important 3 points on the back of 2 games without the victory. But taking nothing for granted, Sunderland have played well. No reason they couldn't come back from 2 goals down to claim a point. That's just stupid, but I got away with it. And we'll pass out from the back as Lansbury lost out to Matthews, and you can tell the pressure is on now. You can see us starting to feel the pressure. Cross to the back stick, and Watmore heads it into the side netting. We are going to escape with the 3 points at this rate. I'm all over the place. That should be the game, and there it is. Final score at Villa Park: Aston Villa 2, Sunderland 1. We may return to winning ways. Our excellent home form continues, but I must say that was a little bit of an escape, that one. Not a great performance, not great defending, but we got the job done. Thank goodness for that. We probably did deserve the win, but definitely proof in this game that we're not looking quite as unstoppable as we were in our really good recent run of form that has now come to an end. So glad to get the win, glad to respond, but again, not our best performance, but Lansbury around the match for that wonderful goal and the assist as well. And did Ipswich win? They drew with Sheffield Wednesday, so that will take us back to top of the table as well, heading into that top of the table clash, heading in to the next episode too. That's right at the start of the next episode. And we've got Swansea in the Carabao Cup in the next episode as well. So yeah, not a great win, but a win nonetheless, and exactly how we wanted to end today's episode off as well. So that will end today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching, and hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love, have a great 2018, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.